guys, Jake around. Welcome back at you with another video, and today we're back doing our NFL Power Rankings for Week 5. Don't forget to click that subscribe button to subscribe for more great content. Let's hop into this. Oh my god, phone, shut up. Why the second after record you just have to go off? Alright, subscribe, please. Leave a like. The Jags are at 32. This is not a surprise. They're the only one that's team. Urban Meyer's probably the worst coach in the NFL right now. He's a great college coach. Coached for the Buckeyes, my favorite college football team, but in the NFL, it's just not the same thing. 31 are the Detroit Lions. I think they'll eventually get a win. I could definitely see them sneaking out a win in the next few weeks, but yeah, they're really just not that great. They're really well coached, though. Dan Campbell's looking like a pretty good coach. They have a lot more fight than they did with Matt Patricia. At 30, you have the Houston Texans. I should probably have them lower than the Lions. They're so bad. In my opinion, once they get Tyrod back, I think they'll be actually kind of decent. But with Davis Mills, he's just scrambling around. And they're going to take another beating this week from Bill Belichick. 29 of the Jets. They got their first win against the Titans, a playoff caliber team. As they moved up last week, they were the bottom spot just because I felt like they played worse than the Jags previous week. But yeah, the Jets, they got their first win. Hopefully they'll rebound. They're playing the Falcons without Ridley. 28 out of the New York Giants. Another team that got their first win in the Superdome. Very tough place to play. And the Giants rallied in the fourth quarter and got the win. Daniel Jones is playing some great football right now. Saquon is gaining back on track. And the defense, I guess, is solid. 27 is the Falcons. They have a matchup. They blew it in the Falcons fashion, allowing the Washington football team to score 2 touchdowns in the final minutes of the game, basically. And yeah, the Falcons lost. It's really just, if you're a Falcons fan, I feel bad for you. This week though, the Jets, manageable game, but they will be without Calvin Ridley. 26 out of the Philadelphia Eagles. The week 1 win feels like a lifetime ago. This offense is kind of deadly, but the defense, it's just really bad. Their coach was a kind of interesting hiring. They probably should have kept Doug Peterson. Eagles, maybe this week, I don't even remember who they're playing. They're not playing an easy team, I don't think. I'll just look at it after the video and be ashamed. 25 is the New England Patriots. They lost to the Bucks in Tom Brady fashion. Tom Brady drove down the field and scored. So, the Patriots, good job. But they should probably be lower than the Dolphins, but the Dolphins beat them. That's why I still have the Dolphins above them. The Dolphins are terrible. They need Tua back. It's not even like Tua is that good. They just need him back because their offense functions with him. The team from a year ago is just not the same. It looks like they lost the coach, but the coach is still there. They need Tua to come back immediately. 23 have the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings' deadly offense was just shut down by the Browns. The defense, though, did stop Baker Mayfield. I was the Vikings did that. It's very impressive, but I don't know, man. This week they'll probably get a win against the Lions. 22 out of the Steelers. Another heartbreaking loss for Steelers. That was just ugly. One of the worst, maybe the worst offensive line in the NFL. Big Ben is not looking good. Claypool being out didn't do them any favors last week. Najee is really good. The defense is really good, even though they did get picked apart by Aaron Rodgers. The Steelers just are going to hope for QB at the 2022 NFL Draft. 21 of the Indianapolis Colts. They got their first win in Miami. It's not a huge win. This week, another tough game in Baltimore. The Colts aren't getting any favors. with such a tough schedule, the Colts will need to get back on track with it. They need to get a few wins to claim the AFC South. 20, I have the Washington football team. Heineke looks great. The defense, I don't even know what to say, man. They're allowing 30 points to the Falcons. It's not like the Falcons' offense is bad. She said this Washington defense I thought would be so much stellar. They were my pick for defense of the year this season. And they just fell off completely. 19, I have the Chicago Bears, another team that got a big win, moving up a few spots from 27 to 19. So, Justin Fields is playing kind of a game manager role, really. He's not really flashing, but once the Bears open him up, he's going to be electric. He's a starter. No more Andy Dalton. Maybe a part why the Bears are moving up so high. 18, I have the Denver Broncos. These Broncos are honestly, once they beat not a high school level team, they'll move up a lot. 18 might seem a little bit low, but they've only beaten the Jets, Giants, and Jags. I really don't see them as a contender. But once they beat a good team, I might move them up a little bit. 17, I have the Bengals. They stayed at 17. They didn't really beat anyone good. They only beat the Jags. The offense is really good. The defense is looking pretty solid. Let's see what they do this week against the Packers. 16, I have the Saints. I don't even know what to say against the Saints. That was just... How do you lose to the Giants in the Superdome when you're up by 17? That was just ugly. Very uncharacteristic mistakes by the Saints that lost them the game. 15 is the Niners are staying in the same spot as well. Lost, but Trey Lance is a starter right now, with Jimmy G going down with injury. And this could open up the door for the 49ers. They could be in store for some great things. I'm like picking up Trey Lance in every fantasy league. He put up 20 fantasy points just in the second half alone. He's going to be dominant. 14, I have the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks, that was a nice win in San Francisco. The defense played pretty great. The offense kind of needs to wake up a little bit. But they won't be without Chris Carson tonight against the Rams. I just learned that. It's like 7:57. I think you guys can't see it. So, about 8 o'clock. Hopefully I'll get this video out before. But yeah, the Seahawks at 14. They're still pretty good in my opinion. 13 of the Titans, and again, how do you lose to the Jets? I understand. I mean, they've lost so many players that game. Their top two receivers, their best edge rusher, their best corner. I get that, but you should still beat the Jets with Ryan Tannehill. It's just, I don't know, man. They need to get those receivers back, or they're going to lose another game in Jacksonville, which would be embarrassing. 12, I have the Carolina Panthers. In my opinion, they need to beat a few more teams. I personally think the Panthers are honestly really good. Because they're already getting CMC back. I thought he was going to miss like 3 weeks, but he's not. He's only missing 1 week. Panthers are coming back, and I think another easy game. They have a few more easy games before their schedule starts to heat up a little bit, but it never really gets to a point where it's like insane. So I think the Panthers might be a playoff team this year. 11, I have the Chiefs. They're moving up. They got the win in Philadelphia, but the defense is still atrocious. That's why, in my opinion, I think we're going to lose this week against Buffalo, because if they don't get that defense fixed, they're going to be in store for some rough games. 10, I have the Raiders. They're moving down quite a few spots from 2. They lost in LA. Just the first half lost them that game. It's really unfortunate by the Raiders. But I think they'll get back on track this week with a win against the Bears, probably. 9, I have the Chargers. This is one of the best coach teams in the NFL. Brandon Staley's a genius. Herbert is on fire. Eckler is great. Mike Williams is still playing elite football. They have just so many weapons. Their defense is starting to become great. The Chargers are a really good team. 8, I have the Dallas Cowboys. They're just America's team still. The offense is elite. The defense is playing up to standards. If the season ended today, Trayvon Diggs would be defensive player of the year. He already has 5 picks through 4 games. The Cowboys are playing insane right now. 7, I have the Packers. Aaron Rodgers is back in a big way. Once the Saints lost and Packers won, it would open them up for a big jump on the rankings, because they wouldn't have to be stuck behind the Saints after that loss. But now the Packers have opened up. Their offense is great. The defense, I don't know. They're just average, really. But Rodgers, Adams, Aaron Jones, the offense is electric. No one's stopping them. Sorry about that. 6, I have my favorite team, the Cleveland Browns. The defense, what a performance by the defense that was on Sunday. They shut down the elite Vikings offense for 7 points after scoring on the opening drive. The offensive pass game, though, it's going to need to find its footing for them. They might slip a few spots. But the defense, though, if they were playing like that, I don't think they're going to lose many games. And the ground game is still ferocious. 5, I have the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar threw for his first 300-yard passing game. The streak still is alive. And Lamar threw for 300 yards against the Broncos. Stingy defense. The Ravens are very good. The defense shut down the Broncos offense. We all knew it wasn't good, but then the Ravens just proved it. 4, I have the Bills. They're probably one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now. I want to put them at 2, but I want to put them at 2 is all I'm going to say about that. I think this week, if they win, they're going to move up to number 2. I think I'm going to say that already. The offense is great. The pass rush, which I personally thought wasn't going to be that great, is just one of the best in the NFL for some reason. The defense is back from 2 years ago. Allen in the pass game is rolling. Zach Moss is scoring touchdowns like crazy for whatever reason. The Bills are great. 3, I have the Bucs. They lost to the Rams, and they're still really good. They got the win. Brady beat Belichick. We all thought it was going to happen, but that was just how it was going to turn out. Very close, dramatic ending. The offense didn't look good, but the defense shut down the Patriots' offense. And you're going to do that against the Patriots. They're going to play really good defensively and not necessarily the best offensively. But, yeah, the Bucs are just great. 2, I have the Rams. They're not bad. They lost to the Cardinals, who are playing very good football right now. Don't be ashamed, Rams fans. You still have a really good team. Matthew Stafford's elite. The defense, that was just uncharacteristic of them. They'll bounce back. The Rams are still really good. And at number 1, sorry about that, it went off screen, I have the Arizona Cardinals. They're great. They're undefeated. Kyler Murray's probably the front runner for MVP. They have so many weapons offensively. They're using a great running back duo. And the defense shut the Rams' elite offense to just 20 points. And they really just scored garbage time touchdown at the end. And how do you score like 30-something points against the Rams? That's just unbelievable by the Cardinals. Good to them. And yeah, that's going to end my Week 5 Power Rankings. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Found it interesting. Leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.